Oh, excuse me. Hey everyone, Kyle here with a new video. You're probably looking at this going, wait a second. 1, camera's not in the right place. 2, this is Pokemon and me. What are you up to? I have bad news and good news. Oh, I want that. You want a present you want? What's that? Give me that Poke Puff. Okay. I'm sorry for all. Just so you guys know, I clear my throat a lot. I have, I don't know what you call it. My throat gets congested a lot. So I do apologize for the clearing of the throat. So my camera this time is me moving a lot because I'm going to be switching between the top and bottom screen. I wanted to do episode 1 of a new series. My other one isn't stopping. This is just going to go alongside it. I'll do one of these whenever there's a Pokemon that is standing out on my team, or if for some reason I don't have enough time to record a match. Today, as I told you in the last video, I'm going to be spending all of my time super training a new Pokemon who is going to be hidden until it debuts. And I'm also working on BP so I can get my Goodra Sipper. But this new series is going to be called Meet My Pokemon, where I'm going to show you what I run on my team and introduce you to them. Let's go ahead and let's get Goodra here. Here's my Goodra. Hey! Oh yes, happy to see you too, your little pet. Oh, you are very good, Goodra. You've been tanking all them hits, eating them up. Let's see. Let's give you this. Look how happy you are. Will this? Oh, hey. Let me go ahead and leave. Oh, hi. So that is Goodra. I'm sure, being a very popular Pokemon in the metagame, that you all are very familiar with her already. Or him, if you have a male Goodra. Goodra is extremely good. I'm going to change the screen now so you guys can see. Oops, wrong button. So that you guys can see. Oh, don't look at that Pokemon. That was a mistake. Here you go. So this is Tankyu, as you might be able to get the name. My darling Goodra. Now, in this series, I'm going to talk about a few things. Starting off with why I have Goodra on my team. Now, though she is a Pokemon that is very commonly used, I chose her for different reasons. I like to use Pokemon that I personally think are really cool or cute or that I like and try to make them work. And that might be one of the reasons why my ranking and my scoring on the ranked matches isn't as good as it could be. But I'm actually okay with that. I'd rather use Pokemon that I enjoy and really cherish the wins that I get rather than use Pokemon that I feel like I quote-unquote have to because they're the meta and not always really enjoy my matches. And there's always people saying that they wish there was more variety in the metagame, and I figure, hey, maybe I'll find something really good. And here you go. So this series, I'm going to mainly focus on my specific Pokemon, why I made them how I did, what I run on them, and etc. My Goodra probably won't be anything special, except for maybe her nature, and I'm going to show you that right now. So let's go up to the top screen. Here's my Goodra stats. Now, she is 53, so her stats are a little higher than they really are when she's in a match. And please ignore hydration. That's supposed to say Sipper, and that's something I'm working on. For those of you that do not know, Sipper is an ability where if a grass-type move is used on you, this includes Spore, damaging attacks, if it can be Spore, Grass Knot, Vine Whip, Mega Drain, whatever. If it's a grass-type move, you negate that move, and I believe it raises your special attack. It might actually raise your special attack and your regular attack. I'm not 100% sure, but it's really good, especially if you're fighting those Breelooms and Amoonguses. Amoongusai. Is that multiple Amoongus? Amoongusai? I don't know. Octopi, Amoongusai, I think it works. Now, my Goodra, as you can see, actually has the red defense and blue attack. For those of you that do not know, the red one means that the nature she is, which is bold in this case. I can go to that screen, I think. How do I do that? Uh-oh. Okay. I don't... Alright, just ignore me being stupid right now. But, she's a bold Goodra. That means she has plus 10% defense and minus 10% attack. Her attack stat isn't actually that bad, even with the minus 10%. But if you're wondering why I raised her defense stat, look at her special defense. That's 213, and as you can see down here, I'm also running the Assault Vest. And again, if you guys don't know what Assault Vest does, when you have it on a Pokemon, it raises her special defense, I believe, by 1.3 times. It might be 1.5. I really should have looked this all up before I started the video. But it also, its downside is you're not allowed to use any status moves. You can't use Protect, Recover, Rest, Swords Dance, Roost. Anything that's not an attack move, you cannot use. That's why, as you see, I had Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, and Sludge Bomb, and no stat-based attacks, and I will focus more on my coverage later. Now, I did this because you see that special defense stat. It's already so dang good, and as you guys have seen in matches, from her tanking Fairy and Ice attacks, has she taken an Ice attack? She has. I believe in episode 3 she took an Ice attack. I could be wrong. But as you guys see, I feel her special defense is just fine. And that plus 10% in my defense, though it's probably only raised me from like 95 to 105 or something like that, that little defense, there has been a couple situations where Goodra has survived a physical attack with like 2 or 3 HP, sometimes like 7, and then been able to get a revenge kill on something before she went down, because she is slow. She usually goes after she takes damage. And that just gets, a better worth out of the time she spends on the field. So even if she does go down, she still usually gets some good damage off. And that's about it up here. We will go down to the bottom screen now. I've already talked about her item, the Assault Vest, which you already know. Now, the reason we're waiting for her coverage, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, and Sludge Bomb. The bottom two are probably pretty obvious. Dragon Pulse, because she is a Dragon Pokemon, so she gets that 1.5 damage stab. 1.5 times damage stab. And then also, since Pokemon such as Goodra and, oh crap. Garchomp. Wow. I can't believe I forgot his name. Pokemon like Goodra and Garchomp. Also, Salamence is very common. I'm trying to think of other really common dragon types. Every once in a while, you'll see a Noivern. Of course, Charizard X. Mega Gyarados is dragon, right? Sorry. As I said, I'm still learning. But there's a lot of dragon-type Pokemon that are extremely common in the metagame. And so Dragon Pulse not only is a stab, but it's going to do very good damage. And Sludge Bomb to help counter those fairies. Because as we all know, or hopefully you know, dragons are in Gen 6, now that the fairy is introduced, are now weak to fairy. But fairies, in turn, are weak to poison. And as you guys saw in match 2, I believe, of R&R, that Sludge Bomb almost one-shot the fairy that did the Moonblastra, that ate it up, by the way. No surprise there. And so Sludge Bomb helps me get some coverage against my own weakness, and that's what the Flamethrower comes into as well. As you guys saw in match 3 with the Mega Abomasnow, even though he had Ice and was a potential counter to Goodra, the Flamethrower was able to take him off the field because Ice is weak against fire, and then on top of that, he also had his Grass. So he was definitely extremely susceptible. And then, I'm extremely sorry guys, I always get hiccups when I go do videos for some reason. As you can see, I also run Thunderbolt on her. That's because Talonflame is extremely common in the metagame. Every once in a while you'll run into a Drifblant, which I believe is Flying Ghost. It could be wrong. No, it's not. Now I'm going to sound like an idiot either way. If it's not, I'll learn the hard way. Oh my gosh. But Talonflame's extremely common in the metagame. Some people are running Swellows, though it's not as common. What else do we got in the metagame this week in Thunderbolt? It's good against Rotoms. It's good against anything water, Vaporeons, Blastoise, though those things are usually pretty defensive. It does give me a super effective attack against a really common type, such as water. Greninja, when his protein hasn't kicked in yet, or when he proteins back to like Water Shuriken or something. It's just a really good move for coverage, and it's also guaranteed damage. So if for some reason I didn't want to, risk another attack, though I'm pretty sure most of my attacks here are extremely accurate, if not 100%. Thunderbolt is just one of those attacks that I'm guaranteed to hit. Oh, sorry. I got a message. I thought it was, that was my roommate telling me to be quiet, but it wasn't, so we're good. But yeah, also, as you can see down there, by the, I'll show it the stylus, these little symbols, for those of you that do not know, since this is video 1, I'm going to be explaining a lot of it. Though these symbols can be used for a bunch of stuff, since there's one for every stat, HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed, I like to use these marks to remind myself which IVs I bred to be 31. I didn't know I could actually change those from here. There we go. And what that means is, sorry, I don't want to make this a tutorial video, so I'll make this really brief. Maybe I'll explain it later, though I know there's a lot of good explanations already on the internet. 31 IVs. Basically, you see these stats up here. When a Pokemon is born, it takes genes from its parents, from its mom and its dad, in the form of IVs. And IVs are, I believe, inherited values is what it stands for. And that's the stat points that it's inherited from its parents. Now, it doesn't start with 31 in that stat at level 1, but it does grow better in that stat it slowly gains those IVs over levels. And as you can see here, my Goodra is trained to have 31 in every single thing but attack. That's for 2 reasons. 1, I'm not using any physical attacks on her, and 2, since Play Rough, is a fairy type move that's physical, and she's not very good physical defensively. Adding more attack, though it hasn't saved her in any instance yet, not having max attack, it would just be powering up my opponent's Play Rough against her, and there's really no reason for me to have it. But as you can see there, every single stat but her attack, I bred until she had 31 perfect IVs in all of those stats. And that's attributed to her amazing contribution to my battles. I believe that's about all I have to cover. As you can see, sorry, I should explain my EVs too. So EV training Goodra, I didn't do anything very special with her. I went 252 points into HP, 252 points into special defense, and then I put the last 4 in her physical defense. That's another thing for you guys that do not know what that is. EVs are called effort values, and they are points that your Pokemon earns through combat or through super training. And for every 4 points they earn in a stat, they gain 1 stat point. And the next time they level up, or once they're put in the PC. So for instance, say I fought a Pokemon that the victory for beating it gave you 1 effort value or EV in my attack stat. If I was to faint that Pokemon 4 times with Goodra and level her up to the next level, her attack stat would be 101, but my Goodra already has max EV points, so that wouldn't happen. But that's just an example. And there we go. Sorry that this video jumped around a lot. In the future, I won't explain what EVs and IVs are in every battle, or sorry, I won't explain what EVs and IVs are in every single video, or what the blue and the red means up there, or any of that stuff. I plan on the future videos just to go over how I EV train them, what IVs I went for, what nature I run, what moves I run and why, and what item I run and why, and also why I run my nature. I'm extremely sorry, guys. So I went ahead and thought I would do this video because I'm not going to have time to do lots of battling for probably the next 2 days, well, today included in that, because I really do need to get Sap Sipper onto this Goodra. I've been talking about it a lot, and she really needs it. She's been suffering for it, so has the team. And that's just a lazy trainer. It's not very good to do to your Pokemon. I don't know about all of you, but since you spend so much time with your Pokemon, I really get attached to them. So when I don't do something to help her, I feel like I'm kind of letting her down. I mean, look at her. Look at her cute little face. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at her cute little face. Oh my gosh. So there we go, guys. That's Tankyu, my Goodra. Wonderful Pokemon. She is amazing. And also, if you're a new player, Goodra is really easy to use. You just, throw Assault Vest or Leftovers on her, build her super tanky, give her really good moves for coverage. If you're really new and you're worried about her going down, maybe give her Chesto Resto combo, or give her like Hydration with Rest, and Rain Dance or something like that. But she's extremely newbie friendly, I want to say, for people who either aren't used to using tanky Pokemon and don't know how to use them well, or who are just starting out in general and want to know, a good starter Pokemon. Kind of like when you go for, well, maybe this won't be a good example, but when you go to buy a Tarantula for the first time, there are some Tarantulas that you can get, and they're said recommended for beginners, and some that they're like, do not get this, because this will hurt you if you don't know what you're doing. Goodra's kind of like that nice Tarantula. She's very trainer friendly. She's a very forgiving Pokemon, and it's really cool because her playstyle actually matches her Pokedex description. She's very loving, very forgiving, and she will do work for you, I promise. If you put the effort in to raise her well and to train her well, she will pay you back 10 times over. But alright guys, there you go. This is once again, this was episode 1, just to kind of do a brief overview, to give you an example, and to show off my, I don't know what to show off, but to let you guys see Tankyu, my Goodra. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be doing another one of these for Dawn Fan sometime soon, probably tomorrow, maybe even tonight. They don't take long to do, but I do have a lot of stuff to get done. So okay guys, hope you're having a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys soon, hopefully with more battles coming up.